What's up everyone and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Reptile News. Now this is a little unideal surroundings here, but you see, tomorrow I'm actually flying out of the state. I've got most of my stuff packed up and ready to go, and this is just kind of what we're stuck with for Wednesday. As a matter of fact, Friday's show is going to come out from a hotel room somewhere, and if you're around that somewhere and you want to take me out to dinner, then check out the Friday show and send me a message. Now we're going to start off today in Miami, where they're having their annual python hunt, and they're saying one of the largest 16-foot 10-inch pythons was found in the hunt. And I really don't know what to say about this story other than a 16-foot 10-inch python was found in Florida. Gee, imagine that. And moving on to a website which I actually don't really want to talk about because I don't really like it, and that's ballpythons.net. I don't really like it because they don't welcome my show there because it's not, I guess, child friendly. Yeah, but they don't welcome my show there, so screw you. But anyway, there was a post I saw here actually on a Google search about insuring your pets, and it's actually somewhat informative if anybody is interested in learning whether or not you can insure your snake. So as much as it pains me to say so, I urge you to go check it out, maybe learn a little something. And now we're going to move on to Colorado, more specifically the Denver Zoo, where a 12-foot long king cobra at the Denver Zoo does have cancer. Now there's really, what do you do to help a 12-foot long king cobra with cancer? There's not really any, there's like no known treatments. I just don't know. But the Denver Zoo, to make a long story short, I urge you guys to read this article, send them a word of praise for what they're doing and encouragement. The Denver Zoo is attempting to beat this cancer in this 12-foot long cobra, and hopefully they're doing it safely, because a bite from that's kind of forever. And now we're going to move on to a story in Popular Science, which I'm not really going to delve too far into because I can't really pronunciate a lot of the science talk, but they're saying that global warming can reduce the gut bacteria in lizards, which is extremely interesting to me. There's absolutely no doubt that global warming is a problem on our planet. I'm not going to say it's a people problem because it's happened time and time again. We had like 6 ice ages now. It heats up, it cools, it heats, it cools. But it's extremely interesting to see how this is affecting lizards. And now we're going to move on to this final story in this very, very short Wednesday video, and that was done by the North Phoenix News. And I'm going to read behind you right here on the big screen the title of this article: Rattlesnake How-To, Safety, Snake Removal, and Bites. No, there's no safety snake removal. Don't recommend that. And that's the main reason why I opened up this story, was because I wanted to make fun of them, and I wanted to talk about how dumb they were for recommending a safe rattlesnake removal. But then I read the article by, Robert Roy Britt, May 8th, 2017. It's actually a very informative article, and I was actually impressed. The title may be a little clickbaity. It made me click on it just because I thought they were going to teach everybody how to safely remove rattlesnakes, which is no. But yeah, they, as a matter of fact, if I could find here, it says here: keep your yard clean. Snakes live in wood piles, leaf litters, and other messy places. Keep watch. Be careful around crevices, wood piles, brush, grass, flower, beds, blah, blah, blah. Check kids' play areas before they play. Teach children to leave snakes alone. Leave snakes alone. That is the key figure, people out there. If you're having an issue with snakes, whether it be rattlesnakes or maybe you're just scared to death of all snakes, if you're having any problems with snakes, leave them alone. They'll go away, trust me. Curious children who pick up snakes are frequently bitten. Yes, the majority of snake bites that occur, whether venomous or non-venomous, are because the people did not leave the snake alone. Bird feeders or other routinely wet areas attract birds and rodents, which in turn attract snakes. True story again. Not so much as the mess, but a moist area is going to attract any kind of bird or mammal to it, which the mammals are going to attract the snakes. Now, in my particular property in the moist areas, I used to have a lot of garter snakes around my little pond when I had it. I've removed the pond since, but I'm not seeing a problem around moist areas, to be honest with you. But it is definitely a thing. It could potentially be a thing, so just keep your eye out when you're around them. Snakes are more active at night. Install outdoor lights on porches and walkways. Use a flashlight on night walks or when reaching into dark areas. Wear shoes. Now, this is something, two things I got to get out of the way here. Snakes are not mostly active at night. Now, where I live during the heat of the year, during the heat of the day, yes, several of our local species have been known to kind of turn nocturnal when it gets really hot in the summertime, but generally speaking, I don't say they're more active at night or during the day, but probably actually in the morning, to be honest with you. Probably, where I'm from, Northern California out west, probably between 8 and 10 a.m. maybe. I know as you move further east and south down in southern Nevada, then their peak hours are earlier, actually around 10 or 11 a.m. They're just done for the day out there in the high desert in the Great Basin. But yeah, and the last point that they hit on here is wear shoes. Always wear shoes. Now, I've spent half my life out here in the country, if you will. I met my wife actually in the Bay Area in California, and she had never really been up here, and she walked around without shoes on all the time, and it was so hard, and I still can't get through to her. You've got the thorns, you've got snakes, you've got anything. There's 10 million things out here in the country that would love to just bite the shit out of your feet. So wear shoes no matter what. And that, my friends, is going to be all your news for this Wednesday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, that link's right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White, and now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Friday from a different state.